Hi everyone, this is Quiet Desperation and welcome. Today is Monday, May 15th, and Echo Lloyd is still missing. We need to bring Echo Lloyd home. Today I don't have a lot to say about Echo, which breaks my heart. I have not found any new updates, any press releases, anything from the family. Even in some of the groups I belong to in Facebook, just no response to anyone's posts or questions about Echo, and it breaks my heart. It's been 3 years exactly since she disappeared. 3 years of nothing, of Echo still missing, and I want justice for her. And I want her to be found so her family can have a bit of closure and peace and know where she's at. Today has been kind of an emotional day for me because it's also the anniversary of Suzanne Morphew's disappearance. Suzanne and Echo disappeared around the same time, Mother's Day 2020. And today I woke up to an interview from Suzanne's family on Good Morning America. I was in tears and I'm angry. And it just got me thinking about both Suzanne and Echo and how they and so many missing people out there have not gotten their justice or been found, or there's just nothing happening with their cases. Now, that's not the case with Suzanne. And I want to talk about Suzanne. I know this is a channel I have dedicated to Echo, but I need to get a few things off my chest this morning. I have followed both Suzanne and Echo's cases since day one in May of 2020. I have been a roller coaster of emotions about Suzanne over this weekend. She had a beautiful vigil held for her. And if you have not seen that vigil, I'll put in the description below where you can watch it. Suzanne's nephew and sister make very powerful statements. And I believe one day Suzanne will get justice, as she richly deserves. So I'm here because I'm just about in tears over this interview with Suzanne's family. And I say that loosely because they're disgusting. I'm going to choose my words carefully because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, nor with haters, nor with anyone who's related to Suzanne. I found that interview is just a continuation of the narcissism that goes on. It's me, 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 me. My life is ruined. My reputation, integrity have been destroyed. Well, first of all, BM's reputation and integrity were sorely lacking long before he was charged with the murder of his wife. Suzanne and her husband are both to blame with their marriage going south. They are equally responsible. But Suzanne did not deserve to die. She survived 2 bouts of cancer. She kicked cancer's ass twice. And for that man to insinuate and suggest covertly in the past she had a drinking problem, and this morning that she may have had drug issues, is despicable. But it's par for the course with him, because this has been his behavior all along. Me, 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 me. He's the victim. There is only one victim in this scenario, and that is Suzanne Morphew. She is the one who is missing. She is the one who is presumed dead. And in my personal opinion, she is dead. Was Suzanne perfect? No. But neither was her spouse. And for me, in my opinion, this is just mine, if you have looked at the evidence of Suzanne's disappearance, not the gossip, not the salaciousness, rumors, but if you have looked at the hard evidence, and I'm going to throw in there because for me, this is just, I'm going to throw in because I can. When I follow true crime cases, I look at people's behavior. Well, the behavior of the people who Suzanne lived with in that house in Salida is glaringly telling. You don't kick ass with cancer twice and have a drug problem or a drinking problem. That's just my opinion. Suzanne fought hard to live and took good care of herself. Was she perfect? No. I am just so appalled and disgusted by what I saw in that video. But what disturbed me even more was Suzanne's children. 2 women now, who looked even more like little girls than they did in the video from, a year ago when the case was dismissed without prejudice. I'm deeply, deeply concerned about those 2 women, about Suzanne's children. Deeply, deeply concerned with their mental health and their well-being. I don't see 2 women. I see 2 girls, little girls. That's all I'm going to say about that. And if you know anything about abuse, you're going to know what I'm saying. So that's all I'm going to say. I was very disturbed with what I saw. And that weirdo sort of non-hug thing that went on at the end, that very creepy, where they touch their heads together. Oh, good Lord, that was bizarre and creepy. I am so angry at the fact that women who are destroyed, murdered, vanished, are victimized over and over by the ones who are supposed to love them. Diminished, minimized, dismissed. It really, really makes me angry. And it really makes me want to double down on making sure that Suzanne's voice is heard every single day. Her face is out there every single day, just like Echo Lloyd. I'm not giving up on Echo. I want justice for Suzanne. There's enough evidence to put the perpetrator away. There's evidence from friends who talked and texted with Suzanne in the days leading up to her disappearance, or even the months before. There is evidence from Suzanne herself of what abuses she was going through in her home. There is Barry's behavior. Now, it's all circumstantial, but I believe he could be convicted. Listen, for me, the Broomfield evidence is enough to put the perpetrator away. Come on. That evidence alone, and it is evidence and it is facts, they have his behavior for that day, is enough to put him away and convict him. Circumstantial? Yes. But it's enough. There is enough evidence. But I get, because the lawyers are phenomenal. Barry's defense lawyers are phenomenal. The prosecution is not up to snuff against those type of lawyers. And they've got to have some pretty damning, really, some evidence that will definitely put him away. There has to be more. I mean, there has to be at least one piece that isn't circumstantial that links him to the disappearance and death of Suzanne. I get that. And then it'll get there. It'll get there. And I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight to find that evidence. Anyway, I am so angry at what I saw on that interview this morning. I want to make sure I'm involved with anyone and everyone who wants to bring justice for Suzanne, and who is fighting like the Dickens to do that, and fighting to find her. If we or they or Ellie or whoever it is can find Suzanne, I'm going to do everything in my power to help do that. Money, time. Heck, I'm ready to go to Colorado and start searching myself. I wouldn't know where to begin. It's a lot of territory. I have my ideas of where she is. But so does a million other people. I have to put my faith in Ellie, as much as I'm discouraged by them and really don't trust them. I have to put my faith in them. Now, with that said, I love this nephew, Chris, who spoke up. Suzanne's nephew, who spoke up. There's an article in the Denver Gazette, and he has spoken up and asking for the governor to appoint a special prosecutor for her case. And I agree. And I'm going to fight for that too. There needs to be a mountain of evidence and a mountain of anything we can find to put the perpetrator of Suzanne's murder away. There needs to be a mountain. Those lawyers, Barry's lawyers, can spin it in any way they want. They think he's innocent. Well, of course, paying them millions of dollars to say that. They want to say that the daughters think Suzanne is alive. Barry thinks she's alive, which is a load of crap. So these lawyers are good. So we need evidence and people and a prosecutor who is one step ahead of these ankle-biting defense lawyers who are a little disgusting, if you ask me. So the perpetrator can be put away and justice can be given to Suzanne. I hope and pray that Suzanne's children get help. I hope one day the, what am I trying to think of? The scales on their eyes come off and they're not afraid anymore, like Suzanne was of her husband. I pray the scales come off and they can acknowledge the horrifying facts of what happened inside that marriage, their family, and to their mother. I pray that they can one day step up and fight for their mother and speak out. I understand their fear. I understand their confusion. I understand their not wanting to go against another person's wishes. But one day, I hope that they can face the loss, the fear, the terror, the horror of what went on. I don't wish this on anyone, and I certainly don't want them to, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't, I'm sorry. Their future is not going to be a good one, these daughters. Their future is not going to be a good one until they face the reality of it and they step away from the situation that they're in right now. Because when it hits them square between the eyes, it's going to be a horrible, horrifying day for them. I believe that they know the truth. They just can't admit it right now. I won't say anything more about that. I just hope one day they can break away and get the help that they need and recover and live a good life. They deserve that too. I hope to God they didn't have any part in this. I hope to God they don't know more than they're saying. I know that one of them has lied. She lied this morning. She lied this morning in the interview. Anyway, okay, enough. Just know, I'm not giving up on Echo. I'm not giving up on Suzanne. I'm fired up. I'm royally angry. And I will do everything I can to fight against a narcissistic, disgusting, murdering person who deserves to sit in prison the rest of his life. Go out, get the evidence. Learn about the facts of this case, not the gossip, not the rumors. Look at the affidavit. Look at the facts of this case, and you will see who did what. And that's all I'm going to say. With that said, make your voice known. Be a voice for the voiceless. Speak out. Fight. And never give up on Echo. And never give up on Suzanne. Be well. Be well. And God bless.